And we are live on the D by D podcast. And he just jammed the mic for no reason at all. It's not.
I was into that fight last night.
It's not their fault the Saints suck. You know. But on this September 17th, 2017, and we are with our friends Typical Stereo. Well, we got 3/5 of Typical Stereo, correct? Am I right?
Yeah. You have what's known as Tropical Stereo.
Tropical
Studio. Tropical Studio. Well, Tropical Stereo records in Tropical Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
confusing. Did you guys perform last night?
Yeah.
Y'all went to home, huh?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
The Boxer and the Barrel.
Our good friends in Bending.
Well, before we get to that, let's introduce everybody in the band first. So
let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Why not?
What's your name and your game?
I'm Scotty Elstrada. I like football a lot.
He likes football.
That's what we be like, remember old classes where he'd be like, okay, class, we're going to start in the front here. Everybody introduce yourself and tell us one thing you like. Yeah.
I play guitar. I play one of 3 guitars in Typical Stereo.
That's it.
4, really. That's a bass guitar.
Well, I mean,
it counts.
All right.
Yeah. 4. We'll leave.
I'm Darel. No, I'll go.
We know him.
Darel, guy who plays music and shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Moving on.
The awkward one.
Everyone's pretty awkward.
Yeah, we all awkward.
I'm Clint, the newest member of the band.
I had to throw that in
the
there.
new kid on the block.
New me.
Yeah.
So how long is new?
Donnie Wahlberg.
Is it 2 years? No, wait. Not 2 years. Maybe a year.
It's close.
Year and a quarter.
Yeah, after a while, you just...
Yeah, after a while.
All right, so being a new member of the band, I'll throw a question. How long does it take where you actually feel comfortable? Like, where you get, I wouldn't say complacent.
About a year.
About a year. Where you're like, okay,
like
I can
last
kick it
night.
with these guys.
That was the first time.
No, man, it took a while. But it's always like that playing with new cats.
Right.
I don't think it took too long with you coming in.
Yeah,
that's because I had
he did his homework before.
I masked that really good. You got to mask that.
Yeah. He went home uncomfortable every evening.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I know. That's like.
I told her last night. I was like, everybody fucking looking at me on stage, messing me up. What the fuck?
I was looking at you to jam out. I was
yeah, that's me too.
I think I gave you the finger up one time.
Yeah.
So how's the Homer crowd? I mean,
I love Homer, man.
Yeah, Homer's great.
The fucking bands that play with us are amazing. Bending, Ugly, 2 great American rock bands.
Yeah. It was pretty much like a little Metairie road show, even though it was like Chalmette, but still.
Right.
Yeah, we're not a Metairie band.
I know. We brought 3 bands from over here down there. So. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's 3 bands from the greater New Orleans area.
I'm about to say, where would we even say our home base?
Oh man, it's like, we're both in between New Orleans, so we just.
He stayed
just sandwich in the middle.
Yeah.
I stayed in Homer for about a year and a half.
Oh yeah.
It's actually a pretty town scene, like in the sticks like that. It's not too bad.
It's not bad.
You go down Martin Luther King Road, it's just so, and then you go downtown right there.
Yeah, I only know like a couple of the 4 blocks of like that downtown area with all the little bars.
Right.
So that's where y'all at. There's like one strip.
He should be jumping on the weekend.
Yeah, there's like 3. There's like 3, 4, maybe up to 6 bars. The 3 that I know of that I've played that are right within walking distance of each other. So it's
right. That's what I was telling him. We gotta try to get something out there. We gotta
man.
All these little rural areas in the state. That's
that's the issue we're having right now. We're dealing with this company I dealt with a long time ago, and they're trying to put us in this hip hop show with these young cats. You know, on the Willow.
Willow.
And I went and checked out some of these dudes online, and we don't sound anything like them. And the dude won't stop emailing.
What are you talking about?
Well, no, it's if you. I mean, I'm sure
I you guys. Want to get.
It's a younger generation of music. It'd be like.
You can say that.
All right. So it's like mumble rap.
I don't want to disrespect.
You don't want to call it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. None of those words.
Pretty much what it is.
Right.
Like, there you go. Let's say that.
And we don't do that. You know what I mean? Like I told him, I'm trying to do I don't trying to spread my wings.
Maybe
and
you
move
need to
into
try
a more mature environment. What trap? No.
Oh, more mature environment.
Right. I don't need.
Yeah.
You know, this is the way I look at it. I'm 35 and I ain't trying to hide it. I'm not trying to get down with a young crowd and try to do the young thing. It's not me.
Yeah, I don't have the energy to hang with them. Them cats.
Right. Like that I'm looking to grow and expand and do things that I'm into. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm not trying to please anybody. You know, I'm gonna do me. You know, like because what happens is you fall into that, and y'all may have the same thing with rock music. Is you got to do this because this is.
Was not really playing rock right now, so
No,
we don't have any guidebook at this moment.
Right.
Yeah.
You do.
Nothing wrong with that.
And you look at rock, man.
Well, there's something wrong with it, maybe.
Well, there's nothing wrong with having a guidebook. You express yourself better creatively.
Right.
You know, you don't have to.
Well, I mean, we
There's no
have
avenues to be
influences,
original, you know?
but
Yeah, I kind of like that.
there's just nobody to bounce off of in the city anyway.
Well, yeah,
Rock
we
music,
yeah.
you know?
just-
Yeah.
When I told him I'm done, like I don't want to say done, but like I don't even try to, like the whole everybody's rule of thumb, this unwritten rule, you got to blow up through the city and then you grow, like no,
It's really hard to do in this city.
right.
Yeah,
It's such a
it's
closed
hard.
market. It's a
Yeah,
closed
it's-
environment. They
It's all
all
tourists.
It's jazz, blues,
Yeah.
or funk, and then that's all they're really going to back.
right.
Because that's what people expect when they come here.
Right.
And,
You don't come to New Orleans to hear a great rock band.
yeah,
Or a great
yeah.
rapper.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
maybe
What they
This ain't
do,
the late 90s no more.
Nah.
Right.
What
Lil
we're
Wayne.
saying is this is all right. Let me kind of put it to you this way. Like what happens is there's a handful of cats who hold some significant power and have pull in the city, and they thrive off of taking money from all the broke artists. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and if you give it just to give you a little bit of airplay, it's like I mean that. You
Pay
give
over.
the, right to get a couple spins on the radio, and then you ain't got nothing left to show for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that gonna do?
Right.
But so in today's day and age, like you can use if you use social media right, you can actually blow up through social media if you do it right, and you don't need the streets anymore. You know, it's good to have, but you don't need it to actually get any attention. And we're trying to like expand and get like let's shoot. Everybody loves New Orleans, no matter where you go in the city. So if no matter where you go on the earth, everybody loves New Orleans. So they love you more in other places than they do in your own hometown. Is what I'm getting at.
Right.
Yeah,
Sure.
you got like this kind of
You're an
like
outcast.
mystique about you if you're a
Right.
New Orleans musician.
Right.
But I mean, it's only for certain genres, really. I mean, it doesn't really
Only
help in
maybe
some
down
certain
here.
areas, huh?
Down here, yeah. He's talking about traveling around.
Yeah.
Right. But
That's
they
true.
know you
Yeah.
from New Orleans, and they just gravitate to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the city, it's so much of a rat race. Everybody's trying. Nobody supports each other. Like
I would expect it to be like that in a lot of big cities.
In the rap games, yeah. Kinda like that.
Right, it is. It's absolutely. It's been like that for years.
Yeah,
And it's like like they're not humble. You know, you need to be humble.
Be humble.
Support.
Sit down.
Right. Support each other. Appreciate. I guarantee. Like this is the way I look at it. Like the reason being is like you don't want him like all right, he's doing the same thing I'm doing. If I support him, then he might beat me to the finish line. You know what I'm saying? And all
That's
it does
fine,
is
though,
slow
'cause
it.
once he gets to the finish line, he's going to bring your ass to the
Right,
finish
that's
line.
what I'm getting
Well,
at.
you know,
So
but
what
in
happens
a
is if I
perfect
don't
world.
support him, I'm worried about him beating
my
me
thing is
out
you
in
don't
the rat
support
race.
somebody that you know that
So
ain't
so what happens is it slows both artists down. Now if everybody actually supported each other, then everybody would break through together, and it's a misconception that
Yeah, you got to get like a circle, a clique. You know,
Right.
a collection of different bands or artists or.
I
you know,
think
hip-hop,
this isn't the city that can happen in. Honestly,
whatever. Yeah,
it's
Well,
just not.
the strength in
so
numbers.
it's out west in Austin.
There's
it's a
just
little
too
bit
much
more
going on. There's also
Yeah, they
too
got the same
many
problem,
bars
too.
and too many bands, too many
Exactly.
artists, too many rappers.
And by
it's too
saying
much
that,
going
there's
on.
a lot of artists, but if you look at the demographics and population, there's not a lot of listeners. Like there's not a lot of people that you can turn into fans because
they don't want to
we're
go
such
to
a
the show. They
small
gotta
city.
work. They
Right. Yeah,
got,
and it's such a small city, like a city like New York, Atlanta, L.A. Look at the population.
Right.
Well,
You know what I'm
with
saying?
technology advances, it's so hard to get seen off of that anyway because there's so many things that I can go and listen to other than,
But you can also use that to your advantage.
like I said, look at this podcast out now.
Right.
Where were podcasts 10 years ago when we were doing music?
There was
There's people that just listen to podcasts all the time. And then you got.
I think people listen to talking more than music now.
It's on radio,
Right. I mean, there's a lot like talk radio. I guess you can say. I started listening to it. Probably
You put me onto it, really?
14 years ago or something like that. I started because
like WWL or something?
I listen to that on
my weather.
Right.
I get my sports update.
But what got it for me was I got so tired of the
I
radio,
used to listen.
like the music, because it was the same 50 songs over, and you know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
why,
In
that's why I
circulation.
listen to the radio.
The radio is
Because in
well,
an
it's
hour you
terrible.
hear the same fucking 7 songs.
Right,
You know?
right.
Yeah, well, I got like an iPod full of 9,000 songs, so I'm like,
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
need
That's your.
No.
That's a problem for you, Scott.
I mean,
You've been
it's
listening to the same 9,000.
Same
There's
9,000
so
songs.
many. No, there's so many. It's just you
None-
can't get through them.
Yeah, right. And then now, like, I don't use the radio for anything anymore. I'm on nowadays. We got the internet, dude. I YouTube.
I listen to the radio at work because it's on. You know what I mean? I put it on,
Right.
and I have
That's probably
discovered
terrible.
new music to me on the radio. You know, but not anything that's actually new.
But to
Breaking,
discover new
you know.
music like that, you have to not listen to the radio for a long time.
No,
And then that one day you turn around,
Right,
you're
it
like,
was,
I
it
heard
was
you
when I started
songs.
listening to a particular
What do
station.
you guys think about, like, what do y'all think about 92.3, the new?
I like
I
that
haven't
what's
really
going on.
listened
You don't
to
like
much.
it?
I don't know. I
I
think they're playing a lot of not rock songs.
don't know. I only
I
listen
don't-
to them for a
I mean,
minute.
they're gonna have
buy
the
them, but if it
local
doesn't sound like a really kind of like a rockish song, not so
They
biased
have a
towards
local
rock.
plug in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I can tell you guys, and that, like, it's bad. Like, it sucks for y'all in a sense because it's so like a rock. The new rock is so electric now. Like, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
synthesized, but at the same time, for somebody like me who's trying to branch out, it's a positive because, hey, you know, if you listen to some of the new rock songs, it's got hip hop embedded in it.
Yeah, all the
Yeah, it's
production.
got,
You know what I'm
it's got a
saying?
dance
Right.
type of
Right.
So
So,
something electronic.
Bigger
But
bass
everything's
sounds.
getting fused now. I mean, country's getting fused with rap.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's all weird, man.
Yeah, rock's getting fused with rap.
Bubba
Techno.
Sparks has been around for a while.
Techno's getting fused with
Hip
rap.
hop.
Hip hop, yeah.
What do they call it? Hip hop?
Hip hop,
it's
yeah.
country rap basically is what it is.
Yeah, man.
They got some
Yeah,
good
I need to
records
get
out there,
t-shirts
but it-
with that on
But
there.
it seems like
Hip hop.
the hip hop community, like the mainstream went trap, mumble rap kind of thing, except for like in 2 or 3 artists,
Right.
and then everybody
Yeah.
else like strayed away from it and went and jumped and fused into different avenues, different styles of music, and that's kind of
That's a good thing, I think.
It is. It's not a bad thing at all. It's diversity. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that just because we're doing that now means that you gotta like not play traditional rock music at all. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't support a traditional rock band at all.
Well, I think it's hard to support a traditional rock band because you're like listening to it and you're like, I've heard this shit.
Yeah,
a
but it's
million
got-
times.
It's hard.
It has to have
Well,
someone.
it's harder to define that now. Yeah,
Well,
being
well,
Well,
as
if
it
you're
is.
trying to be a traditional rock band, you have to have something that's kind of catching about it, something that's going to set you apart.
Right.
You
You gotta have
That-
some
that-
modern,
That
some
little
modern
something
edge.
that's like, oh, that's an interesting way of doing
Like
it.
Jet. Jet is like AC/DC with a different singer. That's why they were successful. You know, it's like they weren't doing any music that you hadn't heard. It's like, oh, it sounds like AC/DC, but the vocals are different. The vocals are updated, maybe, or
Well, that
More
would
modern
be the
sounding.
opposite of what I was saying.
what were you saying?
I was saying that if you're going to be a traditional rock band, to break through just trying to sound like everybody else, you got to put a little twist on
Yeah,
it.
that's the twist. That's what I'm saying. The singer was the twist.
Yeah, but then you're already starting off sounding like AC/DC. So it's
Well,
like,
I mean,
okay.
that's what
Which
they
you don't
did.
even like AC/DC.
No, I don't.
So, but you like Jet?
I mean, they both bands have a few good
I'll play a
songs.
song by Jet. It's usually fun to play. That
Yeah,
one.
man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
For
I mean-
me, with the singer really sticks out for me. Like whether I like the band or not.
Oh,
like,
yeah, me too. Totally.
That's a lot of
That's
people.
why I don't like
And
AC/DC.
That's a lot of
And-
people.
and he
Shout out to
he's in
Angus
a-
Young though, man. That dude.
He's in
No,
the
I-
I was to the music part.
right.
He's
I'm a
such a
guitar
rebel.
player.
Right,
so
and I'm
different.
a vote like I want to hear lyrics.
Angus Young, man.
No, but AC/DC has some great riffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I do like some of the songs, but for me it's one of those things where I can't tolerate it all the time because of his voice. But
Yeah.
it's so unique.
Yeah.
And shame on that guy. He's deaf, like he can't even perform
Yeah, it's
anymore.
bummer.
Shout out Nick LaFell, bro.
Oh,
Brian
Malcolm,
Johnson?
Malcolm Young went insane.
Oh, yeah,
He's out of
that
there.
band's had some fucking
And you know what, y'all, another
just
band,
quit.
when y'all were playing Zombie before we started.
Mhm.
And that's in the choir. Like,
Cranberries.
like I couldn't get past her. And I never did give him the support.
You don't
But
like
now,
the yodeling, bro?
Yeah, right.
My
But
girlfriend
when I
loves
can't-
Cranberries.
Why you up against my heritage, man?
Well,
I'm
You don't like linger?
yeah. Well, check it out.
Linger.
Just recently,
Cranberry.
I listened to the song again. I mean, when it came out, when they were out, I was a kid, you know. When I listened to it again, I'm like the lyric, like this is a really great song.
Yeah,
like,
you come back around.
right?
Dude,
You
that's
rediscover some songs.
It's a real thing. Going back to music.
Oh, somebody
Oh,
got a
yeah.
Facebook blow
Oh,
up.
that's mine.
Oh, good.
And yeah, like a lot of
I
alternative
totally
music.
turned mine.
I listened to a lot of it. I was just straight metal growing up.
I was
Right.
And then
It was
after,
still
like, I was like, I'm not gonna listen to that crap.
Dude, I listened
Yeah.
to a lot of metal growing up.
Yeah, me too. I was somewhat of a metal snob.
Before I got to, like,
it
12,
was-
13 years old.
yeah.
I started getting into hip hop.
until I was like,
Right.
See, it was always hip hop.
Oh, you went from
There was
metal to
country in the
hip-hop.
beginning.
I went from metal to hip hop.
I know a
Yeah,
lot of
see,
people-
I
Like
didn't do the
Motown's been
country.
around forever, so like that's always gonna be.
Right.
it's
I think I
always-
had every Ozzy record up to No More Tears. But I was like more in the hair metal, you know.
You have osmosis too? That was good.
Blizzard of
I
Oz.
had
Oh,
osmosis.
that's classic.
Yeah, I had I got big into like rock music.
Diary
I
Madman
loved
is a good
rock
record.
and hip hop since I was a kid, and then I never did get into the country thing because it just I
I
couldn't.
had to.
Like this is a weenie record, you know. But one I
That's
think
how I felt about Smashing Pumpkins.
when I didn't like country
Hated
till I
Bush.
got in.
Oh my God.
I guess
Yeah.
till I got into my early mid-20s, then I started to like, okay, I can do that. I can listen
Oh,
to
you
that.
like
Right now, I like Smashing Pumpkins too. I was a metalhead and used to think like, oh, this rock
That's
with
what I'm
whining
saying.
is
Yeah,
pussy
whiny
music.
ass vocals.
But then when I started
Yeah,
playing music, I was like, oh, Smashing Pumpkins is actually
I like
They
some
genius
songs
band.
That's what I'm saying.
Bush is
It
not
wasn't until I
bad.
started playing like all the time. that
I still
was
think
like-
Smashing Pumpkins' first record is the best one they ever did. Today, that's my favorite.
I've only had
Whatever.
Siamese Dream, which is great, but like
Yeah, that's
Well, you talking about the double record, the Smashing Pumpkins? Or you talking about the
That's
actual
the
the
single?
first single. The first single.
Well, today's
they
on
put out,
that.
I loved
And
it.
today's
And
not
I
on the
couldn't-
Melancholy?
Today's
really
on
get into
Siamese Dream.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Shows you what I know.
I hear it's the greatest.
We listen to Body Count, man.
I have that one.
Body Count.
Body
Right.
count.
Ice-T.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was way too young to
Body
be listening
count.
to that shit.
Body
when I was
killer.
teen.
I remember when he
Evil.
did that. He kind of
Yeah.
like
Oh.
I didn't get it.
I remember my cousin played me the Ministry record.
Mm.
Should tell me,
That's
this is devil worship
that's
music
heavy
here.
shit.
Was it Ministry, like early Ministry, when they were doing more like
I don't know how long they've been
Actual
around.
devil
industrial type shit,
Yeah.
or more the heavy metal or?
This
Yeah,
had to be the late '80s.
Okay, yeah, that's more the industrial
Yeah,
type
that's
shit.
when they were really.
The 80s stuff is the industrial stuff.
I guess so. Yeah. I
So
feel
they
like
got heavier as they
yeah,
went
added
along? They
guitar
didn't lighten
players,
up?
I think.
They added guitar.
think they added,
We
like,
added
2 guitar players.
guys. Speaking of that,
I'm pretty
Now-
good.
We're gonna get 2
You mentioned
guitar players,
something
and we're
about
gonna have 6 guitars total.
Oh, yes.
we're gonna add a drummer and another percussionist too, right?
There you go.
I would
You're
love
gonna
to
be
have
an
a
orchestra,
percussion
not a
player, man.
band.
That's what I'm saying. We need some string
Position.
A
players.
rock orchestra.
It happened.
But
How about them Saints, bro?
Oh no, we were trying to hold off. We were trying to hold off.
well, I told him, I said, dude, what we should have did, we should have.
You addressed the
I've
elephant in the room.
gotten so many penalties.
We should have got paper bags and more paper bags.
Man, the way they've been playing, the way they've been playing, I wouldn't mind having a.
them, but man, that's all played out.
But
Yeah,
look,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a plastic bag the way them and LSU played.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that LSU got housed the way
Oh,
they did
yeah.
last night. And but the realistic, like, there's a video you can go to YouTube and check it out where we broke down every game of the season
Nostradamus right here.
and said I predicted them. We ended up going with 7 and 9. But now,
Oh, the
Yeah,
burn
now-
of my chill.
You're talking about last year, the year
no,
before, the
this
year
year,
before, the year
right?
before?
Yeah, right.
We did a podcast
This-
back in
this
April,
year
yeah.
again. But now looking at it, I think they're in more trouble than they've ever been.
Man, I think I'm
Yeah.
not going to really have no thought until we get past these first 4 games.
when they
We
get
could
the
probably lose
They get past the
them all.
bye week.
Once they get past the bye, they got to fucking pick themselves up.
oh,
They
absolutely.
got to come back. They have some easy games, but the NFL really fucked us on the first 4 games. God damn.
Oh,
They do that a lot.
yeah, for the Saints. Yeah, exactly.
But you
Jesus
talk. What did we
Christ.
play Carolina next week? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, at Carolina, their
Yeah.
defense been looking good.
Yeah, but the only good thing about that is like they barely won against Buffalo today.
Yeah,
it's
but that's two good defenses too. Buffalo.
I thought
Nobody
Buffalo
really.
was shit last year. I don't know.
We really don't know the identity of these teams yet until you really get past the first.
The Saints aren't looking pretty
No,
good. I
but
can see that.
look
I
at
know my team, and from what this is the roughest I've seen them.
yeah,
like-
but it is the Patriots. You gotta say.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
A pissed off Patriots
I
team.
fucking
they are.
pissed off Patriots. Next week we might have a little bit more of a show.
Yeah, but we couldn't even score. Like we couldn't move the ball. All the teams. The
12
Saints
men on the
suck.
field, bro.
Right.
I mean, what you gonna do about
Dude,
it?
the Saints 7-9. What did you say? The last 4 seasons.
it was like 3 seasons.
3
7-9.
seasons. They went 7-9, but they were
Yeah.
always gunslinging. Like they had points on the board. They just couldn't stop anybody.
They couldn't
Now
finish.
they can't put points on the board.
They couldn't
That
finish.
sucks.
They can't complete. They can't close out games.
Right.
And even plays, dude.
So what
I
do you
think 4 times in a row you had it. They got them. They held them down. The Patriots. They held them down to a third down, and then they fucking pressuring Tom Brady, and he barely fucking gets out of it or just stays in there and fucking first down. That happened like 4 times in a row. We're
So-
getting there. We're just not completing it.
What do you think of this narrative that since Drew Brees took so much money that it killed our salary cap?
Oh,
We
yeah.
can't build
that
the
for years.
offensive
This
and
is like
defensive
the
line.
third. This
No.
will be the 3rd year they're talking about that. Now.
Anybody would have paid him.
I think it's
money.
bullshit too. Quarterbacks got to get paid that much money.
Anybody would have paid.
Matthew
that man.
Stafford got
No,
paid that
They
money.
fucked up everywhere else.
Yeah.
And
So how do you
that's
blame
why.
Drew Brees for that?
It's not his fault. Somebody else would have paid him. Dude, look at he's roughly one of the. You could say he's a top 10 quarterback of all time.
Yeah, I mean
Of all time.
he's a Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Right.
I mean,
You
he
gotta
won a
pay
Super
that
Bowl
man.
too, so it's like if that's what it takes.
Dude, what Matt
Marino never did.
Stafford? What he's got?
He's the highest paid player now. Yeah.
Matthew Stafford
Dude,
is the
he's
highest
Tony
paid
Gloves,
quarterback.
I-
Matthew Stafford just got
Highest
a
paid
huge
player, yeah.
contract.
Ever.
He's the highest paid player
Yeah,
in the
I know.
NFL.
And then before that, the guy from Oakland got it, and he was just like his 3rd year, 3rd or 4th year.
And it's just because he's the latest contract. Somebody
Right,
else
right.
by
Maybe-
next season,
yeah.
somebody's gonna have Matthew beat him out for his money.
There's
Right.
so much money. You know, they have enough money.
Yeah, and every
Not
year
sure
it seems
believe
to
they
be
have
somebody's
enough money.
getting paid. They're breaking the record for the highest paid. It's like a couple years. It's
Right.
like, oh, no, he's getting paid this one. And then Drew Brees is over here like,
Hey,
Drew
what about
Brees
me?
needs to like fucking
But dude,
give up some change and let's get this.
the
fucking
Saints
shit
paid the
over
wrong
with.
fucking people, bro. They paid the wrong players. Like, look how much
Ooh.
dead money, and they still eating it up.
Put it this way: as a kid, did you ever think the New Orleans Saints would ever come close to getting to the Super Bowl, much less win it?
No, I mean,
Damn.
nah.
You just almost got to take what you be grateful for that.
Everyone's grateful, but it's like, you know.
Oh, it's time to move on. I agree.
Yeah, it just seems a little stale now. It's really
right.
starting to
It's
look
getting
low,
old,
and
and
people are starting to fucking figure it out.
you fire Sean Payton, and they're gonna have 5-6 teams lining up.
I don't know. I don't know if
No, I still
he's
like
that hot
him.
anymore.
I don't know. But with a whole nother organization.
Somebody, yeah, right.
Oh, somebody will pick him
Without
up,
those
but-
problems.
But you remember we could have traded him a couple years ago and probably got a
Yeah.
first round pick.
I mean, everybody's talking Breeze and fucking Peyton. What about Mickey Loomis, dude? He
Yeah,
got
he's the
shit up.
one that needs to
He's
go.
counted
Oh, yeah,
for
they need to clean the
stale,
whole.
too.
Yeah,
He's
they need
got-
to clean the
he's
whole-
got-
Well, that's what I'm
something
saying.
over,
Those are your
Benson's
3 big
head.
fucking. That's cleaning house right there.
I think they're gonna go all at the same time. If you ask me, I think they're all gonna go at the same time.
Well,
Whether it's this year, next year, 3 years, whatever it may be, they're all gonna go at the same time.
I tell you, I'm not buying a jersey anytime soon. I got Cameron Jordan, so I'm good.
What about that Ricky Williams jersey, bro?
Oh yeah, I had that.
Well, you
Ricky
go buy
Williams?
you go buy Adrian Peterson jersey, it might be worth something because he might
Yeah.
not be a Saint too much longer.
Yeah, no, really.
He carried the ball out today. I watched.
I
Some
He
of the
got a
game.
first down.
There you
You
go.
got a first name.
Nothing wrong with that.
He might have got 2
progress.
first
something,
downs.
But they're, like people get their head in the clouds when they think about their team. Like they get
Keep their
lost
feet
in
on
the
the ground.
idea. And like Adrian Peterson, realistically, he doesn't fit the scheme, and it's
No, he
starting
don't.
to show now.
Because he's not good with like catching the ball like Camaro was today.
Right.
He was,
And
he
that's
was
the
a
thing.
fucking receiver
Before-
today.
Before they when they picked him up, they didn't realize Camaro was that good.
Yeah.
Now they're like, we don't even need this dude.
Yeah.
anymore. He's gonna end up getting traded. They're gonna get some value for him.
You know
what's
what?
gonna happen.
They shouldn't get defense.
Well, let me ask you this: why would they get value for AP when nobody signed him in offseason?
Because
Everybody
now
passed
you
on.
got hurt. Now you
I
got
think-
people like Arizona who need a running back.
Yeah, the season
I guess so.
started.
You know what I'm saying?
And he's ready to go.
Things happen. That's why a lot of people who are on the couch get picked up in the middle of the season because you don't know what your team is going to go through and who's going to get hurt, whatever. And that's why. Like, at that time in the off season, nobody needed him. They're like, I don't want to spend my money on him let's see what we get in the draft.
Right.
You know?
So before we were late today because you went to Walmart, right? You got the online
How was that
online ordering.
It's
we
fine.
wanted to ask you.
All you did is pull up, right? You pull up on the
So
side,
it takes a
call.
long time, huh?
No.
Takes a real long time.
I took that long to get
Nah,
it.
you didn't take that long.
If
But-
you see the groceries I got,
You made a lot of groceries.
You bought me some cold cuts? bro?
I got you.
Thank you.
Good.
And why don't you make us a no?
But you come in here with the milk and
And the
eggs
eggs.
in
One
one
bag.
hand.
In hand together,
Like,
That's
right?
how I roll,
What's
bro.
up, guys?
I try to carry
Just slanging it in the
everything
fridge.
One trip.
I hear
You that guy in that picture with the
Yeah, with
30
everything.
bags just
That's
holding them
good.
up like this.
Oh, that's me.
The left hand is loaded up, and you got like one thing in the right hand, so you can open
So you
it.
can
Here's a
open the
trick.
door.
Man, look, here's a trick.
No, I leave a crack in the
You
door
get
so I
one
can
of these little
just
clip
stick
things.
my hip through it.
These little clip things right here, and then you put all the
All
bags
of them
up
down?
in
Oh,
there.
man.
Dude, I did that.
And then they
Pull
all
up.
rip at
Pretty
once.
creative.
No,
Here's-
I used to do it all
Alright.
in one, bro.
Y'all want a full analysis on Walmart's pickup?
That's what we're here
Yeah,
for,
that's
man. We
good.
want a
Alright.
review.
So
Let's give Walmart
But-
some air.
You know what? I don't like Walmart.
Like they don't have enough.
I don't like
right?
Walmart because I don't like going in, so I want to hear about this.
All right, so all you do, you go online, you order your shit,
That's right.
and there's a pickup. There's a number you call when you're ready. When you get there, and on the side of the building, you know where they got the phone.
Yeah.
on
The
the
VIP
side?
He
line.
doesn't know. He's
Right.
not from
So you
around
pull.
here.
Oh, he's not. And so we pull. You
I
pull
know
it-
the Walmart.
I know he's not from a place that doesn't have
They
a
don't
Walmart.
actually
I
have
mean,
Walmarts
fucking.
where he lives. What's it called? River Ridge or something?
You made you took a field trip to come here.
I just
today.
moved there. It's Terry. I don't know, some new place.
He's on
Metairie.
the
So-
edge of Kenner and Metairie.
You pull up on side the building. You call them and tell them, "Hey, I'm here." Blah blah blah. Give them the name, and they come out and they got all the shit wheeled out for you. And you don't have to lift a finger. They put it all in your truck.
Is it extra charge?
No. Nope.
What?
No
Free
charge?
of
What do
It's
you
free of
think
charge?
they would do
You
if
just
you
go
had someone in
online
the trunk
and you get your shit.
and you
Yeah.
popped it and
As
they
long as
bust
they
out and
come
run?
around.
Jackass.
That sounds like a good video, man. That sounds like a good skit.
Probably
That's like a
oh,
jackass
how that
move.
works. Because like
Shit.
home people are trying to pick up
Just
people,
out there.
help
Yeah.
truck wood. He's like, dude,
Ah,
I
please. Somebody runs out naked.
But the only thing, like, in realistically, you can't buy everything that way. Like, I don't want them picking out my meat. You know they're gonna give you the oldest shit on the shelf. You
They
know,
don't
you know
care.
what
They're
I'm
just
saying?
grabbing
Certain
the
That's
things,
closest
true.
things.
you know,
Some things.
produce.
I don't
yeah.
think they're
I like to
conscious
pick out
of
the meat.
rotating
Right,
stock
for
at
sure.
Walmart.
If it ain't bloody, if
Unless
it's starting
they're
to watch, if the blood's disappearing, it's not. You know.
It says on sale, reduced price. Like, that shit's old.
Yeah.
Save a lot, baby.
That's what I would have a problem
Everything
with.
save a lot. You better.
I would order meat
Yeah.
and I would order meat and produce, and I'd be worried I'd be getting the shittiest meat. Like I like to dig through my produce.
But it's still like you can go back and do that another. You know what I'm saying?
Like I
You
wouldn't.
still
I
gotta
wouldn't.
get inside of that.
You get all.
I don't wanna bring it back.
I'll tell you what. I don't know about buying meat or produce from Walmart anyway.
Yeah, it's
but
kind of shit.
I tell you what, the worst thing to do is go grocery shopping hungry.
Yeah.
no, you buy the old fucking
Hungry and
store.
stoned.
Yeah.
Stoned or hungry? Yeah.
Which is the same thing.
You buy shit you never tried
I buy a bunch of
It's not
junk
even
food.
food. It's not
Yeah.
even food.
It's like you're like in the
this
gluten
fucking
free
Big Mac.
section. Like I want to try these gluten free fruit snacks.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even food. It'll be
So
like
high right
flips
now.
or something. Then I'm walking down
Yeah.
the automotive aisle. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
even have a car.
I need more nail clippers.
In the fucking.
I need another one. I only got one of them.
I got two.
I think I need some D batteries. Let's get some D.
But he got mad at me because he thought that I was taking like.
Give me a beer, please,
What?
sir. Please, sir.
Break. Let's go.
Man, as many weeks as I am a beer runner
Hey,
on this
run the
show.
sponsors.
You ain't.
Run the
You,
sponsors.
now you full.
Yeah, we're here sponsored by my fantasy football team.
I'll take
That's Team of
Bye.
Pimps.
I'll take a
Sol
picture.
Trybe.
You got one. Oh, thanks. Look, he's so nice. That's very good.
That's right.
You-
Yes,
yes,
first.
he-
Top bar back, Paul Higgnz, everybody.
He's a dude.
High school bud like it.
I'm usually the bar
I
back.
can't.
No, you're not.
I'm not mad.
Shit, when we was at fucking Darren's bar, Bayou Swamp Bar, which is one of our sponsors.
What you did?
I had to run and go get
Bartended.
the. I went, yeah, I pretty much bartended. Man.
Yeah, shout
I
out.
wasn't even there.
Darren might be in here right now. Darren, let him know that
Shout
I
out
went
to
to touch all
Darren
the beers.
Alberta, the defensive coordinator of the New England Patriots. What?
I do like fresh meat, Pancho.
All right.
Cold cuts, baby.
What,
White trash trio, lunch and
But
meat,
what I was-
bologna.
He kind of like got
It's
on me
spam.
because he thought that
Canned
the the Walmart pickup thing, like
takes away jobs.
They talking about automated, like no, it's jobs.
They gotta pull it out.
Somebody's got to bring it to you. So
they created that
How
job.
they created
This
that
is
job. Maybe so.
They're like, we gotta
They take all the jobs away from everyone, so we don't have
Because
to
you did
work.
it online.
Yeah.
Isn't that the point of
You got your
human
money now in the
existence?
system. You just fed the fucking.
as long as we can eat.
As long as I can eat my food, I don't care.
Hold on, I got a
I'm
phone
an
call,
American.
man.
I'm an asshole.
Hang on, I gotta take this.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we got a call?
What up, Jay?
Yo, what up, D by D podcast?
What up?
What's happening?
This is this is my boy Jay All Day from the Fly Ride Boys. He's in Houston right now.
Yeah, you're right.
What up?
Yeah, man. I've seen y'all long. Punch in. I haven't been able to get a chance to punch in into the podcast.
So what's your question?
So
What you
I'm here.
you here, man? How's everything in Houston, man?
Right now, everything is a work in progress. It's gonna be just like at home.
Right on.
Everybody, doing what they got to do on the cleanup in my neighborhood just
Uh-oh.
to get back in order. But
So did you flood or what?
Oh yeah, you flooded.
You flooded?
Yes,
That
sir.
sucks.
Yeah, the water was at my chest, almost to my chin, and y'all know how tall I am.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
You still can't play no basketball.
Man, I don't go you any day. You already done that. As a matter of fact, you talk about basketball. I hope your Madden game is up because I'm still the undisputed champion.
Man,
Everybody you brought to my house.
I haven't played Madden.
On Madden.
I haven't played Madden in 4 years, but I'll still whoop your ass.
If he plays Madden anything like he
Madden
plays
99,
basketball,
you
you
better-
ain't got no problem.
You better talk to Elwood about Madden.
Let's do Blitz 2000.
Well, so what's y'all topic for the day, man? What y'all, the podcast and everything else? What y'all?
Right now, we're talking about the Walmart online ordering.
It was like NBA Jam version of football.
You heard me?
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
No.
You ever order groceries online at Walmart and go pick them up?
Football version of it. Oh, it was a good
Well,
game. It was fun.
That's a good thing that Walmart always do things for disasters to help out. So they good in my book.
I got you. Well, brother, I
They
can't.
did a lot for me. I mean, like I said, they did a lot for us, for my family when we got to Waco
Nice.
and everything else. So for Katrina, so yeah, they good in my book.
Right on.
You got any new music coming, brother?
Well, right now the way my soul is feeling in my mind right now, I'm like you, PJ. Sometimes you'll say you retire. Higgnz know what I'm talking about. 1 minute he retired, next minute he done did about 12 or 15 songs under the radar. And you check this out. But I mean, the way I'm feeling right now is my mind is telling me that Fly Ride needs to come out with a reunion album.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, get with me, bro. I'm in.
I know it's a long time and everything for us to do it, even to get together. But I think before I say I'm gonna move on in my journey of trying to produce other artists,
I got
would
you.
love that Fly Ride D by D reunion album. So everybody that we have fooled with on all ends, we can do something that I think that can be a good thing that leaves the legacy the way we is and work on other artists.
Right.
I got you, bro. Well, look, I feel like I'm holding a tray of drinks.
Even if y'all drop an EP, hey, y'all can drop an EP.
Yeah, that's what we look. That's the new thing, right? EPs, 4 or 5 song EPs.
Well, I remember I told you about 3 years ago. I said if we get the 6 songs done and everything else, and we just do
Can we feature Higgnz
all
and?
our old songs, take all our old songs and mix it. What I'm saying? Just that reunion of everything we have done between Fly Ride and D by D.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Keep in touch with me this week. I can't hold this phone much longer, my brother.
I'm
starting to go numb.
I'm starting to go numb, bro. My Tandy makes sure my forearm game ain't that strong.
His wife will have his ass.
You know what? I can make your forearm game real strong. If you would take a few minutes and grab you some Vaseline and choke that little chicken you got, it might grow to where you can put straight into your wrist.
All right, my brother. We'll keep in touch. Glad you called.
Yeah.
Y'all, man. Good job, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, man.
All right,
All right, bro.
Right.
Later.
Hey, y'all want to do a song?
Y'all want to do it now?
What you mean do a song?
Let's
Like
do
how
it.
we gonna do a song?
Y'all have a song, that new single
Y'all
with the
rapping,
video.
dude.
Come and get it.
Oh, you want to record?
Don't y'all do raps,
This is what I
bro?
wanted to tell y'all. This is what I want to tell y'all. What we'll do is like we'll after the podcast we'll cut this off and then make a separate video. That way I can make it a YouTube.
Yeah,
It's
we'll do
actually
that,
good.
everybody.
I'm gonna put it on YouTube. What is that? Is it?
No, whatever.
He talking like we're not on live. Hey,
It just seems
Hey!
less live if we do that. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
right now, whatever.
I try to tell him until
No,
we
let's
live.
cut
Yeah,
off
we'll
this
make-
off,
yeah.
and then we'll cause
We'll
that way
take
I
a break.
because I suck at video editing right now.
Right on.
Once I figure that out,
We're taking callers, everybody.
Is this
Just
being
a bunch of
recorded
cutting
live
and pasting.
right now?
Yeah, we're on Facebook Live.
We're being recorded.
This
Yeah.
is live, baby.
We're live.
I didn't
later.
sign
That's
up.
why, it's live. Oh, yeah, you're live.
That's why I told
Don't
him.
say
Makeup.
anything incorrect, bro.
I
This
probably
is
have.
live.
Yeah, don't be like me, because I just got in the dog. My
I
phone
really
game's
like
going to be
to
strong.
get some of that.
That's it. Good thing she don't watch.
So,
Oh, good.
Hum,
Watching now.
Tagging her.
Who we talking about?
what? So what? Do y'all have a new? Y'all working on a new album right
Any
now?
new
Nah, we're
I know
working
you
on
working on
singles.
music.
We got a song.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, I can't even say that's everybody. We
the
got we
band,
can
the
only do
band's
one song
working
at a
on
time.
singles until we get enough songs. Then we might put them all on an album. But
Right.
we're not sure if that's the right move to make. We're just kind of focusing on singles.
And
right
you
now.
know, and the same thing I thought too, because it's like if you do that, then by the time all right, we're gonna put these on the album. Everybody heard them already, so it's like
You see, but in that now that everything's digital, it's kind of like you said, it's kind of seems like a
Yeah,
waste.
they
But I
haven't
think
heard
it's
it
a
that
good
way.
place to put it on all together. You know,
Yeah.
right.
where everyone can just be like playlist, boop, and there's
Play it
the
off. 'Cause
I mean,
hate
a
going to
playlist
YouTube and
essentially
it's
is
like
the same.
one
That's
song,
what-
you
yeah.
gotta pick the
So
next song.
and that's what we were thinking, like the EP thing, like doing because.
Separate EP.
It's kind of meeting in the middle because us as artists, we love to do albums. We want a whole we want to
Right,
do
I
a
wanna
full
collect the
project
story.
from
Yeah.
beginning to
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
We want
We don't record it all at once.
but the listeners, their attention span is so short now, and we're all
Like we
guilty
talked
of it
about
too, 'cause
earlier,
We're
they got
fans just
so
like
many-
musicians, and it's just where the world is today. So like maybe if we can meet in the middle. As an artist, I'm gonna do an EP because I still want to pull a project together rather than a song together,
Right,
and you're
right.
gonna get what you want too. You know what I'm saying?
Another
really
thing is
wanna
like
do-
videos is kind of where it's at now too.
That's
I mean,
it.
the
Right.
more videos you
Absolutely.
can. You told us that the first time we did
Yeah,
this,
some faces.
and we kind of like
I'm
based it
buying
off
a
of that.
camera and learning how to do it myself. Just
Because,
because
like-
Right.
it's
I
absolutely
brought that
necessary.
GoPro, but I don't think I accidentally didn't record the whole shit.
Well, you can film great videos with your iPhone if you
I don't have
know.
one of
It's
those.
all about the editing
Yeah, I got
process.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No, I got
I got
programs
it.
on
Well, I have
computer, we can do that shit
the
easily.
know-how a little bit to edit. I've kind of done it a little bit. I think if I had
You need the
the
content.
footage,
Yeah,
right? If I had
yeah,
the
yeah.
footage,
You
I
need
could
the
actually
footage,
make something
right.
happen.
And it's all
In the
about
words of Scotty, that B-roll.
Yeah, it needs B tape and it needs some A tape.
It's a A and B.
Right.
But watching Irv that day, he kind of just watching him film. I saw things I wouldn't
Yeah.
even think. He was just
Just
like picking up
seems
random
so-
shit.
yeah,
Like we were
yeah,
just hanging
yeah,
out,
yeah,
and he
yeah,
was
that's
gonna
what I'm
film
saying.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about getting those moments.
You gotta get it.
Right.
He has the eye for it.
I didn't even think of that. Like when we were doing that, like.
Yeah, me
What's the
neither.
random
Well,
Watching
I was
him
shooting a
do it,
video.
I
Like
learned a lot.
let's just stick to the script, and when
Right,
the script's
just
over,
do
just
it.
cut it off.
Yeah, just do
But
it.
we were sitting in the bar, whatever. He go film them playing pool, or you go film the empty bar bottles over
Yeah,
at the
just
end of
do
the bar,
intersperse
Right.
and then
shit.
just place it in as a
Right.
song.
And
went
he had a vision, and he understands the editing process. Like he
Right.
understands the program. He had a vision for what it wanted to look like. We had a vision, and he did his best to put it together.
match it,
Yeah, I think
right.
we did a good
That
job.
was
He did.
And we only stopped him once. We only changed really like two things on the video.
Right. When we got the first version,
Which it could have been worse, you know.
Wow, what was?
It was just a little minor tidbits,
Yeah,
you know.
we'll talk about that off camera.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love to hear that. Let's
Put him
make
on
it-
blast.
Yeah.
Put him on blast.
No, but for the most part, but I mean, even he said he didn't say like this is the finished cut. He's like,
Right, he wanted to
check
get
it
there.
out.
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
sent it, yeah.
You want me to change anything? Let me know.
Good.
And he
That's
did.
the way it should be.
But it was fun, dude. I had a blast in it. That shit was like I fell in love with it after
It
doing
was
it.
unique experience.
Right,
Definitely.
it was fun, and maybe it wouldn't be as fun if we had to actually do all the work. And like since we just had him there, hired there to just
I mean, that's the
He
way.
did all
follow
that.
us around
There's
and
one guy.
Yeah, one guy.
Well, he brought
on camera.
he brought his girlfriend, but she didn't do anything.
no,
She
She
plugged
was in.
She plugged her app.
She actually came out though. She was
Yeah.
Yeah.
hung out in the bar.
But-
I don't know if
but
she
it-
made it in the
But
video.
we had like and just the way it fell out, like the last scene when we went to the park, when we went to State Park,
Yeah,
that
was fate, bro. That was amazing. The
Right.
boxing.
right, just the way it fell out, and like
No, that's just down the road. That's not fate.
Yeah,
That's just how they live down there.
It was Sunday.
It happened to be that y'all knew that
I'm good.
this family reunion was going on or whatever.
Right.
Or birthday party. It was a reunion.
What was it? I might have been a wedding shower. Might have been a baby shower. I think it was a baby shower.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
it was a big,
baby
right.
shower.
So
And it's like they boxing at a baby
Yeah,
shower.
right.
Just
This
throwing
is
them.
both
It was
the
a
same
gender
one.
reveal boxing match.
That was two sisters.
No,
Yeah,
it
it was genuine though, because at first the other one was like, I don't want to do it, and the other one's like, come on, come
Right,
on,
yeah,
bitch,
right.
come
She was
on.
egging it on the
That was
doing
so
it.
great. And she's like, fuck it, give me the
yeah,
gloves.
let's do it.
And then they really stepped. Like the video doesn't show how much they actually got into
Oh,
it.
right. Well,
The videos are kind of, it shows
I
it, but
filmed it when we were shooting the video. I like put that on Facebook. Like
Nice.
so, there's the
Yeah,
fights
right,
moving
right,
around
yeah.
social media. So
right.
I got
Don't
told
sue
something
me.
about it when I got home.
It's moving around social media somewhere. It's public content, baby. What you
But
talking about?
Paul Higgnz.
I didn't do nothing.
That's who you sue right there.
Everything's legal.
The car
We have
shot.
lawyers.
Everybody loves the car shot though.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
this man,
donuts.
except Lori.
Yeah.
What Lori said.
There's a car that.
She said something. I remember you shared the video. She came and said something, and then
This is
somebody go in there and said, "I don't know what happened."
Yeah, right. Well, that was
We had to look it up. Yeah.
As soon as we were done, like as we were taking off after the 3 spins,
You almost fucking win the dish.
he said, "Dude, your lady's gonna kick your ass."
Yeah.
And who was this? Who was this that drove?
Jimbo.
Oh,
He
you ratted him out now.
Nah,
That dude knows what he's doing, bro.
yeah, no,
He knows what
he's a
he's fucking
professional.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I say. He's a hired stunt man. Don't try it at home.
Yeah, for real.
But
Very impressive.
But how did he learn it if he didn't try it at home?
We can't.
Right.
Yeah, somebody gotta try it
somebody
somewhere.
gotta try
He
it.
went to school for it.
Oh, my brain.
He got classes from a mentor.
Oh, I trusted him. I mean,
Yeah,
he
you
used to
seem-
take me
you
in the
seem to
woods
know
on
what
the
he was
dirt bike and just fucking jump and do tricks with me on the back all the time. So like I knew he was gonna be all right. Yeah, them guys that they just live and die for racing and shit. And
Wildlife.
It's the need for speed. Like
Yeah,
you gotta
Fast and the
live
Furious
with-
was written for him.
Right. People like him are the reason why the movie came out.
But they're on like part 9 now.
What?
Need for
Still
Speed?
going with it?
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah,
they
Need for
They're
Speed
done,
9
though.
is coming out.
Need for
That's
Speed.
They have another
Gran
round coming out?
Turismo, dude.
Gran Turismo 9 is coming out.
Gran Turismo 9.
Gran Turismo
They made that?
X.
Oh,
No,
wow.
they just had Fate of the Furious.
Is that one any good? I don't think I've seen them.
I've only
That's
seen
the
the
last
first
one,
one.
right?
Dude, I could
That's
just
the one
watch the
where
scenes
Paul
where
Walker-
shit's really going down and skip the dialogue part and it's still a good movie.
Dude, they still I still see circulation of Paul Walker, rest in peace, though. Like
Yeah, dude,
all
I mean,
the time.
Dude, you know what?
Great
They're probably
all
gonna,
the
you
time.
know how they put digital fucking like the last
I didn't
Digital
see it.
bees.
no, like
They
the
did
last
digital
Star Wars
bees.
movie, like the fucking old dude or whatever, the main bad guy was like all digital because he died like years ago.
No
So
shit.
they're probably
put him
gonna
back in.
digitize fucking Paul Walker.
Again
I hope
for the
they
next
don't.
movie.
I
Right?
They
hope
did
they
it for
don't.
fucking Schwarzenegger.
They did it with
That's
Tupac, right? They put him on a
Yeah, I was
hologram
about
and put
to
him on
say
stage at
That's
Coachella.
such
Yeah.
a money-making bullshit.
You saw
thing,
that
dude.
the
Yeah.
Tupac
Yeah,
hologram?
they did another
It's
one.
cool to do it like
They did
once.
somebody else.
That's all they did was
like
once.
No, right. And it was
Yeah,
cool.
do it
Yeah.
Tupac
But if they were like, "Oh, we're gonna tour his hologram," that
Well, they
would be
talked
some
about it, yeah,
money
they-
You know what
grabbing
the other
bullshit,
hologram was? I
man.
think it was like Kid Rock's little fucking.
I think Eazy-E. They did the Eazy-E
3'9"
hologram.
with a 10-foot dick.
They did
That's awesome.
Michael.
Joe C's the
They
man.
did a Michael Jackson hologram at
Joe
the
C.
awards
Yeah, see, that's what it
after
was.
they did the Pac. where
Yeah,
they did
I remember they did
Michael
another one.
Jackson. And
They're
I
gonna
was like,
keep doing
okay.
those.
What y'all think about Kid Rock running for senator?
Good for him, man. God bless him. Hope he makes it.
that's his life.
Kid
That's what
Rock's
he
the
wants
shit,
to do.
man.
I think
From
he's
what
a
I-
hell of a musician.
I mean,
In my opinion, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, you
I
put
don't
yourself
know.
out there like
It
that?
Hunter S.
Because you-
Thompson tried to be mayor.
I
You
don't
know,
know. I
he
thought he
shaved
was-
his head for
I
it.
thought he was
so.
kind of rude to Joe Dirt in that one movie. So.
Kid Rock.
Yeah.
This
I don't know.
is-
Brandy was
He
hot.
shaved
though.
his head to call his opponent.
You gotta do what you do to get
Right
branded.
about that.
His
Dude.
head
He's
like
like a
hair
fucking
like that, like a
fitness
buzz
guru.
cut. He shaved his hair bald to say
This is
that.
my take on the Kid Rock thing. Like, the dude is such a real cat, and when you get into politics, you're dealing with a bunch of fakes.
Yeah, you're
So,
Maybe
like,
that's
you're
what
stepping
we need,
into-
though. We need somebody who's going to say,
You know,
I have enough
it's
money
just
that
like-
I don't need to be swayed by your money.
Right.
but maybe he'll.
Yeah, but they
said
that about the president.
He's not going to see it through. Like Stephen Colbert, he just said he was going to fucking run for president.
Yeah, Stephen Colbert knows it from the inside. He's like,
yeah, but he was never going to go through with
that.
Yeah, but you just say that kind of shit. Like Kanye's going to run for president. You know, you just say that to hype.
Dude,
I don't.
2025.
I want to run for president when I'm 35.
Dude,
Why not? Just to say I did it.
In Kanye's mind, he already.
Matter of fact, I'm announcing right now. I'm 36.
Forward,
I'm running for president in 2020.
dude, I'm thinking about it. Just fuck it. Why not?
You can, right?
I'm not gonna like.
They got
start
that one dude in New York that wears
promote
like the
myself
shoe
or
on his
anything.
head. He runs all the fucking time.
Dude, they had one
What's
guy
that
dresses up.
That's for
It's
some.
for senator or some
No,
kind
No,
of.
I want to run for the
No, they got
presidency.
one guy that fucking
Yeah, I want top
runs for
dog.
president every 4 years.
I wanna be the
It's
main guy
New
vote
York.
out.
And I think he's from
I just want
Ohio.
to make
I
the
don't
money,
know if I
man.
saw
I'll
it.
just say whatever they
You don't
want
even
me
know
to
who
say.
he is. He never shows up on the final
And,
ballot.
make
But he run,
200
you know.
something thousand,
Yeah, you
whatever
never
it
see.
is.
It's just
But-
they narrow it down to two, just like football.
I just think that it's a
Yep.
phony business. It's a bunch of
You
bullshit.
just said it's a business, man.
It's a
People make
business,
too much
man.
money
Oh,
doing
yeah.
it.
Right.
Yes, if you could set your own salary, why the fuck would you do what anybody told you?
Like
Why
none
the
of
fuck
these
would you?
people, and
Oh, I'm
even
gonna ignore you. Up my salary 100.
like, how the fuck do you become a career politician?
Yeah.
Like
not
a
supposed to.
career
know people.
politician,
You have
Right.
The
Like,
money.
you
business
should
of
never-
politics.
right? You should
Yeah.
never be a career
Because
politician.
money should not be in politics. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a very true thing.
Like these dudes, and what's crazy is like the legislation. These dudes actually vote on their raises. How do you vote?
Oh,
on your
put
own
mommy on the
raise?
That's what I'm
podcast.
saying, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's fucking crazy, dude. How you gonna vote on your own raise? Like, oh, you're gonna say, nah, I don't deserve it.
Nah, we good.
Yeah, I made enough this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need that bonus.
I really did make enough this year. Just
Shouldn't that be? And they
Still
know
gonna take that
if they
raise.
put that in our hands, we're gonna turn it down. So they'll never do that. You
Well,
know
the problem is there's never going to be enough. Human by nature are greedy individuals. There's never enough. So whatever's in power, whatever kind of government you have, it's never enough.
Right.
You're dealing with human beings, and human beings just by nature, or let me accumulate as much
Plus,
shit as I can
the
get.
people at the top are basically evil. Like truly evil, and they want to basically enslave those that aren't.
Right.
And I think that has a lot to do with the decisions that the government makes.
Well, and this is the way it works. All right, this is the way it works.
You need to answer that.
I am. I'm gonna call it right back, but I gotta say this.
Tell her she can type something in
Yeah,
the chat
It's
room.
very
Yeah.
professional.
What happens is, if you think about when this government was started, the American United States government was started, just something as simple as gun rights. They was from the people. Those gun rights
Yeah,
are there
from
to
armies.
protect you from the
From
government.
Yeah.
So you
Government.
can overthrow your government
Right.
if they step out of line.
I don't.
Nowadays,
I think it'd be hard for Americans to try to do that.
Oh,
If that
well,
was- if it was
we've
the last
empowered.
He's grown.
We've empowered the government so much that we have no control over anything anymore.
I think people don't
And-
want to have control. The majority of people just
No,
want
they
to.
just want to
They
go to
want
just
to
wanna
just
go
be
to live.
simple. They
They
just
like to
want
be
to not
told
get
what
bothered
to
or
do.
not.
Right,
I
so
get
they
it.
don't have to
Right.
think about it.
You know, I get it.
And then if you
Well-
try to step up and say anything about it, they look at you
I'm
like
getting
you're crazy.
because I don't get health
You
insurance.
know
You
what I'm
are.
saying?
You know,
But what
'cause it's
happens is the
crazy
people that
trying to
want to
stop
be
something.
Right.
people that want to be simple and don't want to be bothered. What happens is they pay attention to news and social
Yeah,
media and
right.
stuff like that,
Right.
and
Get
the
places,
big money
make
finds
investments.
something that bothers them.
Well,
Oh, this bothers you? Well, look at this.
right.
You know what I'm
And they
saying?
smoke
Oh
something.
my God!
But this is what the government does, and they understand that. All right, like to get a true solid goal like that accomplished, you might implement the goal, but it might not happen in your lifetime. And that's how.
That's fine. At
That's
least
how.
that's progress.
But when I'm talking about on the evil
Opposite
side of the spectrum.
Right.
Like they know. So what they do is like, all right, you got a full head of hair. If you pluck one out,
Thank you.
you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know it's there. You pluck one every day,
Right.
and then one day you're gonna wake up and
9/11,
realize.
bro. One day you wake up, 9/11 happens, and you can't get on a
Right.
plane anymore.
One day you're gonna wake up and
That's
realize
what
I ain't got where all my hair went. And that's your
Right.
right.
Where's
Think
all your
about
rights
that as
go?
your right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a leaf
Yeah.
on a tree, plucking one at a time. You're not gonna notice them overnight. And they know what they're doing. They know that it's a timely process. Like they know we're really in
Right.
control
They're
of
playing
our
the long con.
I mean, it's
Right.
already
Yeah.
been, what, 200 some years in the making.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit, even just like 100 years, 150 years.
Dude, in the past 20 years, so much
Yeah.
shit has gone down. Like, as far as like basic, not basic rights, but rights that we kind of take for granted.
Well, even
we almost 20 years to 9/11.
Our society,
and then that's what really.
Our society is such a fast-paced society now that everything like that is gonna escalate, just like our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like our everyday lives are that fast. So things like that are gonna escalate. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's fucking.
But yeah,
where does get brought up at?
Yeah,
That's because your wife was calling. That's what happened.
Yeah, right.
He's got a call to take.
She wants to know where them eggs are. We'll tell her about them eggs.
Tell her that you put them with the milk, man.
Yeah, the eggs were getting slammed by the milk.
No, I just think the Saints defense needs to really fucking.
Yeah.
Saints defense.
They really need to fucking
How about jazz music?
How many coordinators did you go through?
Too many. I thought the student was gonna be good.
I would do avant-garde jazz, bro, anytime.
Y'all got any gigs coming up to hype up? Or?
We got a recording gig coming up. If anybody wants to come out to that.
Yeah.
Recording at the studio?
Yeah, we like to do it.
Oh, the big studio.
We do it in front of a live audience. It makes us kind of.
Yeah,
it makes you want to perform right on the first take. You know what I mean?
That's one of the most boringest things you can ever go to is a recording
No, the
session.
mixing is the boring part.
Recording's not bad, but I mean,
like I said, the live audience really.
But like the whole
energy
process.
going. We get like 15 of our friends to come in and they watch us, and they're kind of like behind the glass. You know what I mean?
Right.
We know they're there.
We all 15 of those people, specifically 15 people, and we need to have
right. It's
notepads,
always,
and they come and tell us what we're doing wrong, what they would like to hear from us.
Basically,
every time.
But a lot of it is like they just don't know what the hell they're talking about. So we thank you for being here.
Yeah, they're on their
for making us play better.
But shut the fuck up
and get back behind the
we're
glass.
on our side of the glass, and we're like,
right.
We're
better than
like,
you.
We're just
You're
let
not
them
on a
put
level.
their opinions in. Oh, this is live.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
We apologize to anybody that's coming.
We love our fans.
Yeah, we calling to make sure I got them groceries.
You made them groceries.
Play with as well.
We know why she called. To make sure your ass was in line. That's why she called.
You got any red wine in that fridge?
That boy.
We had that gringo, bro. That's that cooking wine, bro. Jay was tearing that shit up.
Like cooking wine.
Hey, it aged like a fine wine.
Jay was tearing that cooking wine
Cheers,
up.
nigga. Shout out to Barry.
Look, this ain't Drink Champs. Drink Champs, they got that Ciroc out, and they pouring shit out the whole podcast.
Hold up, I gotta go pee. I'm going
All right,
to
we'll
pee,
make your way
guys.
around, man.
I drank some Pinot Gris last night at the gig, and I gotta tell you,
Hey, real quick,
I barely
update
remember the
that. What
last
happened in
man.
the fight last night?
The fight was a tie.
What fight? Who?
How do you
Yeah, I heard about
tie?
that.
Canelo Alvarez fought Triple G.
Draw.
Yeah, draw.
That's a good fight then.
For
right?
fight connoisseur.
Pisses people off.
I
That
know the
means
other
it's a
dude
good fight.
Yeah, it pisses people off and lets them buy another one.
Who's
So
Triple
here,
G?
Oh, God, this is so bad.
Canelo Golovkin, middleweight champion. He fought Canelo Alvarez, and they fought to a
All
draw.
fights are really fucking.
I didn't,
Typical Stereo played before or after the Mayweather fight. That was pretty fun.
That was an amazing gig.
Really?
Fun, yeah, that was really
Where at?
At
At a friend's
a
spot.
house that was
Undisclosed
close to
location. We
Yeah,
can't
really,
really.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's a combine.
clubs.
It's a little place that
Tell
has
us
a
you have
little
to kill
thing.
us.
Combine.
Very nice place.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Shout out to Frog.
Whoa, yeah.
That's cool, man.
Sloppy Frogs. Tavern and bar
don't-
and house. Oh,
We live?
Yeah, no,
We
we
are
live,
live,
man.
man.
We were live.
I was listening to this, dude.
So y'all last Chalmette gig was
Our only Chalmette.
This year,
Actually,
yeah.
it's in Arabic.
It's in Arabic. That's where I'm from.
It
Yeah. I'm
was
from
over, it
Arabic.
was over the bridge.
I tell people that too when they try to
It was
clown
over
me.
the bridge.
Yeah, they try to clown me. I'm from Chalmette. Tell them I'm from Arabic.
I'm from Chalmette.
Yeah.
I don't diss Chalmette. I mean, more than it deserves.
More than
But we didn't play in Chalmette. We played in Arabic.
Played in
And
Arabic.
it was,
Shout out to Arabic.
it was
All my
amazing.
Yeah, that was a really
fun
fun
show.
All right.
Get 'em
So,
up.
while we got both of you, how many of you from the parish?
Just me.
Just
down.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all play
Hey,
with, y'all
Jim,
play
real
with
quick.
Pillsbury, huh?
Yeah.
Where does Down Road begin?
Hey, I'll go to bed.
Yeah,
Y'all
me,
explain
me.
this.
Where's down the road begin? Right after my house, pretty much, I think.
For me,
The
man,
refineries.
it's like,
There you go.
once you get into bio,
It's over, man.
If I'm gonna tell you straight up,
Yeah, well, that's different. Now.
Or, if I'm really talking down the road, I'm going to say the Violet Canal Bridge. That's what I really
That's what
consider
you-
down the
yeah,
road.
that's
down the
your-
road is just.
see, for me, coming from Kenner, down the road would be right when you cross the bridge. You go
The
into
St.
the lower
Claude
ninth.
Bridge?
Yeah, you go into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lower ninth. I'm like,
That's
I'm
down
over
the
the
road.
bridge.
You can get
That's
past
way
that
up the
road.
road.
You
Right.
get past the train. Here, I'm like, man, I hope we don't catch that train. I'm like, all right.
Oh, dude, that
You know, they
train
even
sucks.
That's
Then
why
the
I
bridge-
go 5'10"
I
all the
fucking
time.
caught the
now.
light.
You go
right
all the way
before
around?
bridge, and I'm like,
Ah.
come on.
Just to skip all the lights.
Nah, they had to go around
Then
today.
I'm home
Caught the
safe.
train,
Hey,
and
but
then when I pulled up to
seriously,
the bridge, caught the
What
bridge.
I normally do is
I
I'll
think he
get
lost, Paul. Down the road starts at the refinery.
down the road.
See,
You
I said
the
both.
Violet
I
Canal,
said both.
bro.
I said
So
it.
you gotta pick one, Darryl. You gotta pick one.
Well,
You
it's
with
like-
me or you against me?
I live at the edge of Chalmette, so down
Don't
the road
intimidate them.
Down the road is
is
definitely
right
past
past
the
that.
bridge.
It's right past my
Well-
house. But then really down the road is past the Violet Canal.
You know,
That's when down the road.
right. Well,
Like
I
Fox
actually
Taylor
changed
did.
my synopsis on it when your boy said like the school district back in the day was Story Park. Down was St. Bernard's district, St. Bernard High School's district, and
Right,
everything after that was Chalmette, and that makes more sense because a lot of
All the way down the road shit goes to.
right. So Story Park down is it's a good way to put it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
But you know what's a funny ass picture though? Speaking on this topic, stereotypical maps.
about how they wrong, dude. Do you know
dude.
about that? How
It's
to like
fucking hilarious.
our
The one from
globe
New
is
Orleans
wrong.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
Dude,
I was like,
so
what's that
fucking great.
Explain.
no, it's wrong.
Explain. Yeah.
Like the shape. All right. So basically, the way it works is like when they made the globe and they made the poles.
North Pole, South Pole.
The way
Those are
they
the
drew it out,
poles,
like
West-
which one
I'm
is
here.
Ace.
Australia is huge, and it's little bitty on the map. It's
Right.
not. Australia's much bigger than what it
Well,
really
they haven't
is.
really
You a flat
seen a
earther?
lot of.
No, I'm not a flat.
Let's not get on.
He's not a flat earther yet.
I'll have you know
He's
that
in
he
his
doesn't
Thursday
have
theory,
to-
but he hasn't went that
Don't
deep yet.
even matter.
I did look into a lot.
You
of
gotta
flat
look
What's that saying? What's that saying?
Yeah,
There's
well,
flat cats would have
Right.
knocked everything
Well, just
off by
being
now.
fair about it, like the flat Earth thing. I'm trying to figure out the one thing that gets me is like, okay, if it is flat, how do you end up? Like, how can you travel around the
It's
whole
a
thing?
disc, bro.
You should
It's
run
a
into a
spinning
wall.
disc that's going
It's a disc.
upwards. That's why there's no gravity, but
It
we're
does
moving
this.
upwards, so it's pushing against us
It
from
makes
the top.
perfect sense.
I won't
You know,
let you smoke.
It's spinning disc. That's just what I've heard, man. That's just what I
Spinning
believe.
disc.
So,
deeply.
but I mean, like a plane, like if you can fly all the way around it and it's flat, that doesn't
Spinning
make sense.
disc, man.
Planes even use the curvature of the Earth to get there fast.
It's a spinning disc,
Like
bro.
if you go
Slingshot.
from New Orleans to New York, it's not a straight shot.
Actually, when you get in the plane, they
What's
just
the
put-
chat saying? Anybody got any?
They put pictures next to
interest
the
in
window.
spinning
You're really
disc
not even
theory?
flying.
Yeah, it's all LED screens.
Well,
right here.
what I did see about a video is about horizon and how inaccurate horizon is because what's going like the horizon is that
curved.
they say is because the Earth's curved,
Right.
but in truth, it's not. It's just because we lose sight of because of the long distance. Like our eyes lose it way before it drops off the horizon.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Looks like you're
Where'd
going
you
to
get
a
this
hot
fact
party
from,
soon,
bro?
dude.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah, you better let
Explain
us
on
know.
YouTube.
YouTube.
baby.
But what they were saying was, if this was the flat Earth theory that they said, like, think if the Earth was a globe and it dropped the way they say it does, like the shape, like you would feel a constant, like it would drop a lot sooner than the horizon. You know what I'm saying? Like just because of the shape. Because
I don't know, man.
I don't know either. I don't fucking know
Sounds
either.
like
It's
I'm
some
with the plate theory.
jibber jabber.
theory
I
shit.
don't
I'm with
know.
the plate theory.
Like they say,
Swear to
Shazam
God,
never
dude.
was a
The
movie.
rimmed plate theory.
Shazam was a hell of a movie.
Yeah, but they're saying.
We call it
311 was
Kazam
Inside
with Shaq.
Job.
9/11,
311.
it's not Sinbad and
311 was
Shazam.
9/11 minus 6.
That's not a real movie, but they did make a
Kazam with Shaq.
So what you-
yeah,
and-
with Shaq.
Does any of you got any of y'all have a true 9/11 theory? Like,
Oh,
yeah,
here we
dude,
go,
I
man.
do.
I don't
I
have
think
that
that
much time
they
right
did
now,
it
dude.
to
That's-
Oh, we
put
time.
away our rights.
that's a whole. Well, we can
And start a
brief
war.
on it. What you got?
Building 7, man.
I'm
Building
proud
7.
to be an American.
That means no comment.
What do I have?
Hey,
about it?
Facebook has shut this podcast off. It has
Straight up.
It has
Zuckerberg's
before.
listening. He's like, I heard him say it. Not
Yeah.
Somebody listen to that shit now.
No, we did get cut
Him and
off.
Poncho were talking about something one night. They cut us off.
What were y'all talking about?
I don't
I
know.
don't really
Oh,
Yeah,
we were talking about.
I think it's something to do with
No,
Hillary
we're
Clinton.
talking about your boy. Did y'all hear about the conspiracy of
The
Linkin Park's lead singer?
With
And
Oh,
he's
Chris
tied to Podesta,
Yeah.
the
Oh.
politician.
Yeah, with the
All right,
what is the child molestation?
right. The child,
Yeah.
I
like
didn't hear
basically. All right, so the Soundgarden singer,
Christopher
Cornell.
We'll call him CC.
CC. We'll go
to protect the
CC.
innocent parties.
And then what? I've got a serious brain fart right now.
His name is Paul Higgnz.
no, the lead singer Linkin Park.
Yeah, Linkin Park
Oh,
singer
Chester
Paul
Bennington.
Higgnz.
Paul Higgins.
Okay. All right.
Chester Bennington.
Chester.
Chester
Right. So-
Batting Bones.
Chaz.
A.K.A. Paul Higgins.
The head of Hillary Clinton's campaign during the presidency was John Podesta.
Does this have anything to do with the Pizzagate tie-in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So basically, what it was saying is Chris Cornell was going to come out, like they were about to go public with,
Really?
with the information that they knew about it.
I know. I never, dude. I'm into this Pizzagate.
Well, I
shit.
don't know if you're playing with
No,
me.
I'm
This
not.
dude don't do social media like most.
It's molesters.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So-
I've heard about that.
So the rig,
Yeah,
they
of
were
course
they were about to go public,
Pederast.
and that's why they said, like, if you think about like Cornell, the way he committed suicide.
Right. I saw some shit about the
Bennington
pictures.
committed
Committed
suicide almost the
suicide.
same exact way.
On his birthday.
And I heard that there
they're
was like a
best
gash
friends, right?
Yeah, they were super best.
Cornell's head, and he
Right,
had
like
like
how
some
is
trauma,
that? Yeah, like
Right.
they set
Set
both
them up.
of them up,
supposedly.
because they were both tied into like fighting for these kids and trying to save
Wow.
children out.
Being a
But here's
musician,
where it
I
gets
swear to
eerie.
God.
Hey, can you look
I
this
just-
up?
Are you
What you want me to
talking
look
about
up?
Bravo?
The picture of John Podesta and Chester Bennington, and they were saying that Chester Bennington is John Podesta's son. And
Right.
like, he
Okay. I did hear that.
raise
Theory.
him.
I did hear that.
And if you
theory.
look at these two together, they look like fucking father and son. That's what's so eerie. It's crazy.
Photoshop.
Are you into Joe Rogan?
Yes.
It's fucking
Yeah.
He
Joe
had
You watch
guy
the
he always has,
podcast? Listen to
Eddie
Eddie Bravo.
He
Eddie
was on
Bravo's a big
They were
conspiracy
about to
theory.
talk about it, but
And he said,
Joe
"No, I
was
don't
like,
wanna
shut
talk
it down.
about it."
Yeah, so
Right.
that's why I
So-
kind of heard a little bit, but I didn't hear that it was pizza.
Do these two look alike?
Let me see.
What?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
they with the
Look,
podcast.
Absolutely.
look.
I've seen. Yeah.
What you think? You think that's Daddy and
Can Podesta sing?
Daddy and son right there, or what?
Yeah, did he have like a high school choir?
Man, this is really confusing. What is real? Right?
You know, man, I stopped getting into conspiracy theories because, especially the ones related to the music industry,
I don't know, dude. That's pretty.
because I was like, man, if I ever get
That's
to a
pretty spot
point
on.
where somebody's like, I need you
Gives
to
you
either
an
kill
option?
somebody, I need you to give this guy, slip something in this dude's drink, or
What if-
your career's
What
gone.
if
That
Bill
was-
Clinton?
I wouldn't do it. No,
It's
I
like-
wouldn't, dude. And then my
What if
family
Bill
would
Clinton
sit there.
like
at the bar and
an
drink a
assassin
shitload of
just
wine,
taking
like,
out-
Yeah,
Who
I would
Bill
fucking
Oh,
Bill
you
Clinton's
do
on the
it.
fucking
run
Hitler-
away. I would
That's
Chappelle
Bill
out
Clinton.
of
It
there.
could be a movie where like Bill Clinton's the president, but also an assassin trying to fuck.
Bill Clinton's a gangster. Bill Clinton's Scarface.
And he
He's a
can-
puppet,
and he
man.
can blow the
His
stack.
wife
No,
is
well,
the real
Hillary,
gangster.
yeah, right. Hillary's the gangster.
She's a fucking
Yeah, that's-
G, man.
She wears the pantsuit in the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
The pants.
Dude, did y'all see the video during the
Pantsuit.
campaign of her passing out, like trying to get in
Yeah,
the van?
that's why she didn't get elected, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
She
No,
might
dude,
die,
the
man. The
fucking
lizards
aliens
are like,
inside
we
of her.
can't give her power.
Right.
The lizard
Well,
people are like,
We're gonna give it to
no
this
way.
level-headed guy.
But this is my take on the
Yeah,
whole
right.
conspiracy theory thing. Like you say, you don't really get into them.
No, I did. Now I
Used
just
to.
Yeah, I get
I don't
it.
waste
Too
my-
deep
my
where
energy
you-
on
This is
that.
what
Starting
I.
bills to pay now.
This
Start
is what
getting
I
sad.
do.
These are what
It's-
podcasts
I
are
don't-
for, though. Conspiracy theories.
I don't
man.
take. I don't
He's the
take.
king of them.
I don't take I don't take mainstream media's word for anything.
I don't
What
know.
I do is
I know
I
what they
take
say.
I try to gather as much information as I possibly can. That way, like I just know it. You know what I'm saying? Like that way, I want to gain as much knowledge as I can about everything and not close the door on any ideas. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like
it's a
both
blessing
sides.
and a curse.
right.
though.
I want to
both
see.
sides.
Right.
Me, I'd
If
rather
you're
have
heavy
no.
on one
Me too,
side,
I
you gotta
think.
see it from the
I
other
think.
side.
Right.
I love
I
knowing,
love
but then
doing
once
it.
you know, it's like, oh shit.
And,
the truth
and
sucks.
what really started for me
Ignorance is bliss, bro.
was the 9/11. it just makes a whole lot of sense that we got fucking we got
man.
played.
We just wanted to start wars and take away people's rights.
I mean,
on
didn't they
airplanes.
just like admit that the sinking of Potemkin or whatever got us into Vietnam was
Potomac?
it
Potomac
didn't
River?
even fucking happen.
The Potomac River?
Yes.
Oh my God.
The
USS Titanium?
Battle of Paul F.
Battle of Cosley.
Yes.
On the Irish coast.
Crossley.
I think it was a Welshman.
The bottle of Crosby.
The Welshman.
What was the date?
No young. Just
I don't know. Whatever they said. Whatever they.
What is that? I'm lost. I'm honest.
It was like I think it was the sinking of some
Vietnam.
ship that was kind of like off the coast.
And that's where it started at?
And
That's how we
Vietnam.
got into Vietnam.
Gulf
Oh
Tonkin.
wait, I'm thinking of
Gulf
Oh,
Gulf Tonkin.
That's what
fake,
started
right.
the Vietnam.
The sinking of some ship was also like some other.
Lusitania.
Right, I heard that
The
too.
Titanic was a conspiracy. Y'all heard about
Oh, yeah.
Shot down by the.
that? It was just to get a bunch of rich people together and
right, and kill them.
and insurance money.
And if you look at the people who was on the ship
Damn,
at the
that'd be a
time
great
and
conspiracy,
what they were
dude.
into,
That's fucking
they some
awesome.
powerful people on
Yeah.
that
Why
ship.
did they not
fucking
play
right.
that into the movie? That would have been great. They should do
Cause,
Number
man.
2.
Yeah,
It's like they
should.
made it.
That's
Have
the
it like the
conspiracy
bellboy should be like the
No,
secret
that's the
agent, just like
conspiracy
through
of the
his
Titanic,
perspective.
dude. The
And
Jamaicans
you
sank
see
it.
like
The
Rose
German-
and
And then him
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
airlifted
German.
when it hits the
Yeah.
iceberg, you know,
Yeah.
like he set everybody up.
Oh, dude, that'd be perfect.
That would be.
Because they have helicopters and
Hey, whoever's in the room, give us an
Yeah,
update on
they
the
should do
Packers
James
Falcons
Bond
game.
Give us an update on
Oh,
who's
yeah,
still
July.
alive.
Huh?
Why am I here? I want to watch them lose.
Yeah, whoever's in there, let us know if the Falcons
Oh,
are
they playing
losing.
tonight?
Yeah, you're
Dirty
playing right now,
Birds.
man.
We're playing Pack.
Who they playing? Oh, the Pat, dude.
We played Pack.
Aaron Rodgers is he
It's
wants to
over,
win
bro.
tonight. I can promise you. Who's over? Who's over?
No, we in here now, bro. We ain't watching no
Live,
game, bro.
baby.
We live.
I watched
Fuck
that.
that
I
shit.
called that a game
Piper.
earlier. I got enough football.
Off of one fucking.
It's gonna be a depressing year for
4 games is kind of like that's the first 4 games. It's kind of like wading out into the ocean. You got to break through the fucking waves first, the hardcore shit. Then it might smooth out.
I don't know, baby.
I'm saying
Sometimes
you
you
go
gotta
drown
play
yourself.
something. They got a shoulder.
How
You
much?
just
How
paddle
much
right
do you think
smoothly to the
feeding the running backs is screwing up his play calling?
0.
You
I don't think
he
Peyton
do-
gives a fuck about that.
You don't think he gives a fuck about
I
that?
just think
I
I
think
think it's
he
stale.
needs to, he needs to run a specific running back a little bit more than kind of switching them out. They need to get hit. You know, they need to fucking be.
If
in
you
the
look
game.
at Peyton, he's running the same plays he ran.
That's what I'm saying.
7, 8 years
So
ago.
everybody
Stale,
knows
dude.
it.
People
They
know
know
that.
the number. They know the play
He's
call.
stale, yeah.
They
He's
know
stale.
Drew Brees. What's up with him too now?
What he should have done was he should have brought
Yeah, but
another.
they know Brady and fucking Belichick been together for that
He
long.
should have brought
Next
another
level
offensive
thing.
guy in.
That's a different
they have
animal.
a special.
Yeah, we're like the fucking B team up there.
I'm trying to think of what team did that.
Brady and Belichick and fucking Breeze and Peyton. Yeah, we're like the B team.
There was a coach that
C
did
team.
that. They brought another offense. It was all. He's in the league. I can't think on the top of my
If
head.
they brought one in every
They brought
year.
another offensive guy in. No, his play caller was getting stale, so they brought
So
another
that
guy
means you would
in.
have to get
That's also
Carmichael.
Pete Carmichael too, which is the assistant.
Well, his too. I mean, he's
the
been
offensive
Carmichael's been there
He's been
forever.
there for
You know
fucking
where the
6 years.
easiest job in the
Just
NFL?
stay.
Peyton Manning's OC. Easiest job in the NFL.
What's that?
I'm-
Peyton Manning calls the
I don't
plays.
know who he was, but yeah, Peyton Manning calls all the plays. Like he basically runs his offense. So all he had to do was sit back and chill,
Yeah,
and you know,
sports, man.
keep it up, man. Keep up. You need some more?
CBD Sports Podcast is on every Wednesday.
Yeah, this ain't no sports podcast.
Yeah, we
No,
should.
But fucking,
this is everything.
how about them Pelicans?
Pelican?
Unstoppable, motherfucker. I mean,
Yeah, they 0-0,
They
ready
got a
undefeated.
boogie on their finger that can't fucking shake it off.
You think? What do y'all think about what they're gonna do?
I have no
I
fucking
don't
idea.
care about basketball at all.
There you go.
I'll say
I'll play
I'm a
it.
total fucking
I don't watch
Pelicans bandwagon. Like, if they're not winning, I'm not watching. And
I'm
I'm not watching
asshole.
recently.
Are you
I'm
saying-
not watching.
There's so
Business.
many fucking games, and if every
Yeah.
time I watch it they lose, I'm
Right.
like, fuck.
Well, there's so
no,
many
it's
people like you
Sorry.
in this area. Like
It's a
New
fucking
Orleans
shame,
is a
really.
football heavy.
It's a football
Yeah.
thing.
It's
They
football
haven't done.
city.
I mean,
Pelicans are new.
it's just you get too pissed off. You get pissed off enough. It's a
Yeah.
coaching thing too.
Bring
I think
back,
it's like you got one of the best
yeah.
players, but you got nobody else to help his
Yeah,
ass.
those games on.
Yeah,
How are you gonna do anything?
They
dude?
should have never fired mine.
No, they. Yeah.
See, I think he might have been a little stale too.
And nobody ever
He
wins.
might have been,
Somebody
but
to hire
they
us.
just
But
brought
this
this
Alvin
guy.
Gentry guy like has
Nobody
not impressed
fucking
me one
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, I don't care for him.
He's
at
got
all.
a meme, and that's about it.
Yep.
He's got a meme. You got some memes. Dude?
What about me?
You
Yeah.
mentioned something about
We need typical stereo memes and Soul Trybe.
We have one that
Hey,
says
did y'all see?
Yeah, what would
it's a picture of Stevie Wonder and it
Did
says
y'all
what would
see my?
Stevie Wonder.
Did y'all see my
I wrote
podcast
that
flyer
back.
for y'all yesterday with the unknown Asian? Did you see that?
No.
You didn't see it.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't get online ever, dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
That was funny. It was
He
funny.
still rocks those
What?
AOL CDs.
Dude,
That's
when I
why I
go
wanted-
on Facebook and I start looking through people's shit and I'm liking it, I'm realizing I'm liking shit from like
6 months
30
ago.
days ago. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, I'm
They're like, oh, they gonna think I'm
Well,
stalking them.
Yeah, I'm just like commenting on people's shit. I'm like, this is a dead conversation
shit's
from
But
Ooh.
just
months ago.
friendly advice. It
Well,
does have
now we
to
got
be
the social
on.
media because I know you big on it, and it's
I'm
kind
not
of like
big on it.
two big
I'm
separate
not.
worlds right
Man,
here.
I'm on that Facebook.
I'm talking about marketing and
Yeah,
in
we got
marketing
a
terms.
friend today. You on Facebook too, I'm sure. Huh? Yeah, we got a
Oh,
friend.
did I?
Clit cuss.
Sometimes I don't ever accept.
Uh
Yeah, no, I ain't lying.
Uh-oh.
You're looking at the
Sometimes
request
I
and you're
look,
like,
I just
seeing
look
all
at
of
it
them.
too quick.
What about them hot chicks
I'm
from
gonna cry
Gorgeous?
in the
No,
car.
Fuck
Them
all
hot
those
chicks from
red
Gorgeous,
ladies.
right? You've been hollering
Don't
at.
take it personal. Like,
I'm gonna cry in the car.
No. I mean, maybe I didn't even look. I haven't looked at Facebook. I think it's rude to do it right now, so I'm going to do it.
Well, it
Yeah,
is-
I think you should do it in the middle of the podcast.
Let me fucking. I got to do my grocery shopping on.
There you go. That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
gonna go pick them up for you.
Well, as far as music, as far as
Hey, wait, I'm gonna drop the question.
trying to-
I'm gonna
Is that
drop
you?
the
Are
question.
you gonna ask a question I'm about to ask?
Bro, this is what we came.
That's
back
not
to.
you.
No, that's not.
That's
Talk
another
about
part.
Yeah.
We're getting close.
All right.
You didn't send it to me.
If I'm gonna send it to you, I don't even know your name.
He can't really see. He needs glasses. So.
All right, so here's the deal.
I'm good.
We asked Darel this one time.
Are you
This is
asking
an
the Friday
interesting
question?
The Friday. If you saw them, I'm sure both of y'all saw the movie
Oh, yeah.
Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Maybe once.
Is that with Big Purr?
Yeah. All right. So here's
Big
the
Worm.
deal. If the movie Friday was the planet and every country was a different character, what character is the United States of America?
Debo.
Debo.
Damn, that's
And
kind
why?
of fucking.
Debo,
Because
just
he's
a
just
bully,
bullying.
bro.
He just fucks every day. He's like, fuck it.
Well, I'm gonna go in here and fuck shit up.
I mean, who? Okay.
and
That
take
was
people's
just an
names.
instinct right there.
Yeah, right. It didn't take
I
long
haven't
to
seen
answer that
Brian.
question.
Debo was pretty interesting. Like,
Who would be
I
the
assume
United
everybody
States?
would go to
I
Debo
think,
or
I think
Craig.
you said the
Bye,
dad.
Felicia.
Who you
Bye,
said?
Felicia. I said Debo first, but then I changed it to someone
I
else. I
think
don't
you changed
remember.
it to the
Look
dad.
up the other.
Somebody said
So
the
who
dad.
about
I don't
you?
think
What
I
you
said
got?
dad.
What you got?
Ezel, huh?
I said Ezel.
I don't care.
I'd probably
Steal.
say Felicia.
I'm getting
Felicia. That's badass.
No, I said Ezel because
I need to
Ezel.
borrow your car right quick.
Ezel's always trying to capitalize.
Because they're always
on-
looking
we-
to borrow money.
microwave.
Yep. They're always looking to borrow
That's a
money
good
from
one.
somebody.
I ain't the
Yeah, you're
smartest
right.
man in the world. But looks like you're taking a shit.
But no, back to social media. Like as far as music marketing these days, I mean,
That's
have
very
you
bad,
noticed the
man.
change from now into say 5-10 years ago?
Oh,
Of how much
absolutely.
social media? We
It's
talked about
almost-
it earlier.
I
about-
have to
Look,
learn
I
how
mean,
to do it
It's
properly,
almost to the point
obviously.
where you think it's like technology's super helpful, but it's like now it's oversaturated. with
Yeah,
everybody
people
who has
don't care about
Right.
Facebook. They don't actually want
That's
to
why you
engage
gotta
about
fucking have
events.
It's
and
also about promoting.
Right.
Right.
But outside of that,
check this out. I had someone tell me, "Oh, you made a post and I wanted to comment on it, but I didn't want to keep getting notifications."
Yeah,
So turn
Yeah,
on
right.
Because a lot of people were talking
Right,
about whatever it
Right.
was,
Tab when you click
and I was like, "If every asshole was like you, no one would ever say anything." So
Right.
you're a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Well, you do
That's
know
the
that
problem.
you can turn the notifications
Right.
off.
There's a little
Yeah.
button that
It's
you
a
do
weird
that
turn
with people.
because I do
Yeah.
that shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's like I don't care if you don't
It's just
engage.
like
You don't tell me that you were going
justify
to.
why
Like I
Right.
put my
I'll tell you what I hate.
I put my 2 cents in. Maybe.
I'm gonna tell you what I hate, and you can't turn off. It's group text messages. You get involved in a group text message. You can't
We have a band text, dude.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Like
It's
that.
aggravating. You at work and it's like ting, ting, and you miss. You might miss an important text. So and so's in the hospital, but I didn't look at it because
I was getting 40.
Because
I was
Dick
getting
40
wanted
of
to
them in a
get
row.
to
Yeah,
a
talking
fucking-
about some
yeah, right.
ordering groceries on.
We get into a little gift war where it's just fucking.
I don't do gifts, man. I'm
But
not.
when you know-
dude,
I got
He's an unfriendly
You have
I
whole
got a shit
conversations
phone,
with
that's
that.
all. My phone
Oh,
sucks.
blame
Yeah,
it
when you
on
do
me.
the whole conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
no, I
tell
had
you
a shit
do
phone.
I'd rather do
$20.
that way.
For a while.
See, I don't
Shit
even
out.
care. It's
It's
not
like
on
a-
me. It's
I
like
get it, right. That's
if
but
I
that,
lose it, it's $20.
it's a gift and a curse.
It's
Like
a burner.
social media is a gift and a curse.
Shout out to the
I
burner.
can't stand.
Shout out to
People staring
social
at their
media if
phone
you're
all
watching
the
time.
on it right now. So I mean, I know
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out to
you
it if you're
yeah.
watching this on Facebook Live.
Everybody
Thank
give a big
you,
shout out
Facebook
to
person.
social media.
Give a shout out to everybody staring at their
Shabba!
Well, there's a true.
Daryl don't like
I think everybody, if you need
like
a detox period where you just have to get away. From
That's what I've been doing. That's why I
lost my.
A day.
For like a day and a half, 2 days.
Did you feel,
No, it was Saturday. I
withdrawals.
didn't get it till Tuesday. So
Did you feel liberated?
He shot heroin.
it was kind of
placating
nice,
himself.
man. But like, I had
She stole other people's
people
phones.
call and
Right,
set up
right,
gigs.
that's what-
We had picked this gig up, and I'm like setting it up for us, so I had to go through Facebook, and he don't do Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's like
We all
Only
somebody
on
else
my
in the
computer.
band.
it's liberating.
I don't
to,
get like notes on my
It's
phone.
liberating
that say,
to not
hey,
have all
check
that
your
other
Facebook.
bullshit.
The ceiling's
fucking
falling
tools
on
you
me.
need. It's nice to have it.
Is that what's on your
Absolutely.
face?
Yeah.
You got some shit
The
on
ceiling's
you.
falling on me, bro.
Oh shit! You got a little.
Ah, show the camera.
Hello,
Show
crush.
the camera. You got some toilet paper.
Yeah.
I was like,
What happened, dude? Oh, look. You know what? We were talking about Pizzagate. That the
Yeah.
the
The government,
lizard
bro.
people coming for us,
Here.
baby.
The
You got
lizard
something
breaking
fucking
through.
Y'all fucking with
Here
the
it
order,
is.
bro.
So
what
what about you guys? Like, where can people find your music?
Oh, on
Where
that,
can people-
on that
Battery,
Facebook,
I mean,
on that
come check
Reverb
out.
Nation, on that
Right,
SoundCloud.
one at a
We
time.
got a website. You heard me? You ever heard of Google?
You heard me.
You
Yeah.
punch in
Shit.
typical stereo.
And then you gotta find it because it's probably on the band.
Yeah, there's like 10 other things. You gotta scroll
It's
down.
usually in black and white.
It's .net.
It's
Yeah,
the one that has
Typical Stereo.
music, and it's not like a rap song. I think there's one rap song called Typical Stereo, which props to them. They didn't beat me to the name, but they stole it, and that's cool.
I mean, we're on. We got
Yeah.
that Insta. Typical Stereo. No.
Oh yeah, Typical Stereo NOLA. That's where we slam,
Twitter.
baby. We don't really
Friendster,
tweet too
we do
much. though.
Tinder.
We got a link.
Tinder, yeah. You get with the old band.
Pinterest.
Imager.
Did you say?
Yelp.
Yelp.
We like to write reviews.
Do a review of us, man. Last night, I'm sure the bands have nothing but good things to say about us.
And we- We're actually gonna log off of this, and we're gonna come back on.
And hopefully, y'all will hit a song that we're gonna do because
Right.
it's time for y'all to come
So,
get it.
do we have the balls to do it live?
Yeah.
We're going live.
If you don't know the song by now, shame on you, right? No. Well, we here with Typical Stereo, 3/5 of Typical Stereo. We're missing 2 members.
We're not missing.
You can't break down that fraction.
Yeah, no, they went
We
AWOL.
really didn't invite them on purpose.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Right.
I got that live, dude. I'm going pat publicly down. I'm gonna clear that out.
That's cool.
No, but anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sign off on this podcast tonight, and then we're coming back, be live in 5, and we're gonna perform "Come and Get It" acoustic style.
Let everybody go smoke one if they got it.
Yeah.
Go watch the video beforehand, and then you can.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
go
watch the
watch the
video
video.
and come back.
Did you put the link? I bet you didn't put the link. on.
I didn't put
Well,
the
it's
link
on
up.
YouTube. Come and the letter N. Get
It's
it.
right
Yeah,
here.
come. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
it'll
right
be.
here.
We'll put it right here above my head.
Okay.
but I appreciate
Click the link.
y'all listening and enjoying the D by D
Wesley Brady
podcast.
wants us to do Freebird.
Wesley Brady.
Yeah,
Shout out to my boy. What's
Got
up,
no more
Wesley
time
Brady?
for that.
Shout out Wesley
My dude
Brady.
is actually a Typical Stereo fan. Wesley Brady came
That's
and
all.
saw us in
Wesley?
Southport. We blew his balls off, dude. He loved it.
It's
Yeah,
always good to
He's
blow
good,
somebody's
He's
balls.
He's been in the hospital
Just
because of
start
his
GoFundMe.
butt.
Just don't blow my balls
Him
off.
and his wife loved us, and then I actually
I need
blew
him.
him.
And
after
then
the
she
show,
blew
so he
his
was
balls.
really happy.
Dude, I like y'all fly that Typical Stereo with the stereo.
Yes.
fucking
Yeah,
fire.
we gotta get some shirts
That
made,
shit
man.
is fire.
Shouts out to Mark Graff and Allie.
Here's a little
Epic
graphic.
Yep,
Right,
guys,
that's bad.
hold it up.
Oh, do y'all have a T-shirt and everything?
We're yes, we have 3 shirts.
We got some
They're not
hats.
available
We got some
online
rolling papers.
Yeah,
No,
I seen the rolling papers.
No, I
Back
want a
on you.
shirt.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
give me a shirt.
Sick of weed.
Cause
We got
I'm
3 shirts available. They're not online yet.
We
We're
do?
gonna get him one.
I know of one. We got two.
letting you guys know
Okay.
when we shoot the Do It For Yourself video, I'm rocking a Typical Stereo shirt for the video. So
We're live, dude.
just letting y'all know.
We're going live.
We got
We're
shirts.
gonna
People.
get a
We got
shirt.
so many
All right,
shirts.
y'all take it easy.
We'll see y'all in a few minutes.
Go smoke one, drink one.
Who that?
I don't know.
Come
take
watch
a shit,
that video
whatever.
and watch us.
Do whatever it is you gotta do.
We're prepping to
Not
shoot our
American.
song.
You gonna come and get it?
Later.
Boy.